you got, buddy?
So we're gonna make some live screen print presses today for them DIY freaking apparel artists at home.
This isn't a giant spatula?
Contrary to the popular belief, no, this is actually a custom apparel customization machine.
I can make apparel on this?
You can make apparel on it for dirt nasty cheap.
All right.
I'm gonna break it down on the things that you will need and the things that you're gonna wanna need. So starting it off, I'm gonna slide this big bad boy out the way, but I'll give you a quick example. This is gonna be our print bed. This is where you're gonna load your t-shirts or your patches or whatever it is that you're gonna be using. This is where you'll slide in your big screens, and then it has a bender on it, so it'll go down and you can line it up to your apparel. But I'll get more in depth to each individual unit, where it goes and why it goes there in just a sec. So, build breakdown. You're gonna need a 2x4. We have ours already cut to length. There's no specific length. Half a 2x4. Cool with that. We got a 1 piece of, I think it was a 4 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood. From that 1 piece of 4 foot plywood, we were able to get this head and the other head that you just saw. We were able to make 2 spacers and both of like the back brackets from just that single piece. So 1 piece will give you probably enough to make 2 full pieces. We have some of just like regular exterior. This is like fencing wood. We just got 1 piece, chopped it down to just wider than the screens would be. So that way we'll be able to fit our screens in there and clamp them down, attach them to the hinge. So we have those already pre-cut. And we'll start with the assembly. So starting with our first 2x4, we're going to attach what is our the T bracket, and this is what's going to hold the bending mechanisms and a lot of the structural stuff we'll be doing. I'm going to have this guy installed. I have my pre-drilled holes, so I'm just going to line everything right back up. All right. So next, since we've already put this guy on, for our pallet to line up with everything else, we have to put a spacer in. So we'll install the spacer here, so that way when this face lays down here, it's going to be level with our print bed. All right, so that's set. So now that I've got these installed, next thing we're going to be doing is attaching the brackets and hinges, so that way we can get the screens to bend. With my pre-cut wood, I'm going to attach my hinges and then attach these to that T-bracket.
So how much exposure does this cost?
I know in the artist community that's a big thing.
Maybe exposure.
I want to talk about it as artists,
I tried to pay my rent last month with exposure, and it didn't fly.
The landlord didn't take the deal?
Nah, yeah, I wrote it on my check, like 1,000 exposure points, and he laughed at me. Psych! Everybody's been trying to pay us lately with exposure. It don't go too far, does it, kids?
No, man.
Never. Exposure holds no real weight. It's great. But at the end of the day, I can't pay my bills with the exposure. It's nothing now. They're future promises, which are good, but
we got to keep the lights on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there some cases you need exposure?
I definitely believe there's cases where the exposure is beneficial for sure.
Like how?
You said what?
Like how? In what way? What cases would you say?
Like say there's a client we want to work with particularly, whether it be for educational purposes or something like that. There's entities in our area that we'd like to work with, and we would sacrifice our financial gain to maybe network with some of the people in that same kind of social clique or things like that. But it doesn't always seem to come with a guarantee, unfortunately. All right, talked it over with my superiors, and we prepared a very enticing, very juicy deal for you guys, and we would love to hear your response. All right, to the board, the execs, everybody's in approval. This has got your best interests at heart, and I think everybody's gonna have a win-win with this one. So that's gonna be a no then. If my lovely sidekick would love to help me, my assistant,
What do you mean?
my personal assistant, Dustin Motes.
Screw.
Oh wow, thanks. I need a different
another one.
screw. Actually, I need a different
Those are the
screw.
wrong
Yeah, that's
screws.
the wrong screw. Sorry, appreciate it.
Screw.
Thanks.
Screw.
Dude. Nice.
You pull.
You're too helpful now. Thanks. After this, what we would do next is go ahead and we'll place both of these on top of each other. And this is one step we won't show you all the way through, but we just took a drill and we drilled directly down from this top one through the second, so they were lined up to the exact same spot. And that is all an effort to put these large rods through the bottom, have them extrude out the top, so we can put a washer and a butterfly. What do you call these? Butterfly nut?
Yeah. Wing nut?
Wing nut. Butterflies have wings. All right, so if we want to get the washers, bolt, and wing nut installed, you'll see that the effect is that it will keep it from lifting too far off, and then you'll simply be able to tighten it and clamp down your screen so you can get a nice tight fit, and then when you actuate it up and down, it will leave for a nice consistent screen printing. All right, so now that we've gotten all of the brackets and hardware installed, we have put these little eyelets on there, one in the center here, and we'll attach our other one to the back here. And what this will do is keep the screens press up between prints so we don't get any ink transfer or any of that yucky business. This is particularly hard because this thing is some tough metal. But after some finagling, you get that bad boy slapped in there. And so now, when you bring the garment down and you're done, it'll come up to a rested position and you won't be getting ink transfer on any of your apparel. All right. So Dustin just went ahead and loaded a screen in there. This is a screen that we had burned with a graphic earlier today. We're gonna put a little bit of fresh ink on it. Then we're gonna do a test print, and then in just a moment we should be able to get a nice finished product. All right. Okay. All right, so we've applied some fresh ink. Now Dustin's going to go ahead and grab a blank t-shirt, and then he'll be able to do a test print and get a final product. You got that t-shirt, Dustin?
I don't got a shirt. You got a shirt?
I mean, I got my shirt.
Is it blank?
Yeah, that's a blank shirt, but
Yeah.
bro, this is my t-shirt.
Come on, dude. I'll pay you an exposure.
My mom gave me this, dude.
Bro, I got plenty of exposure for you.
I'm not taking that deal anymore. You guys got me too many times.
Spray down the pallet. We do not have our C-clamps to secure this to the table, so I'm gonna have my trusty assistant, Cheeks, give me a little sit. My man, all right, all right.
A recap of what we covered today. We learned how to make ourselves some DIY/portable screen presses.
Yes, we
Super
did.
Badass. What else did we learn?
We learned that you never pay with exposure. You don't bring that around. We don't got time for that. We've all worked way too hard to get where we are today, and money pays the bills, not the exposure, my man.
We learned a powerful lesson, but we're gonna cut this one. Feel free to check out Yungcontent's channel. Feel free to hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell. He's always got some dope videos coming out. I've learned more knowledge from his channel than I've learned from my family and my parents. Check the channel out. Hit him with the comments. See what's up with the dude. He gets back to us. It's real.
And the last thing we learned was, you know, don't stress. Don't stress.
Don't stress it, guys. Live the dream.
Eat the vegan ice cream.
Peace. Peace.